they make the dungeon look pretty and scary. You know, do you beat people with chains? No, unless you're have 911 on speed dial. It's not a good idea to do that. So, targeting, when you first learn how to use a whip, I'll show many of you if you'd like, how to throw it and get a crack. I hung a t-shirt from a hanger somewhere, and judging distance is what you want to know. I'm right-handed. I can actually swing both hands with a whip. At your furthest reach, before you throw it at somebody, this is my furthest reach when I'm leaning forward. So I would put the t-shirt hanging so I can hit it, and then at your furthest reach, if you hit it too much, if you hit beyond the cracker, back up until you're just touching the shirt at your furthest reach. Therefore, you know if you're going to throw it, and if you lean in, your furthest reach is still going to just touch the t-shirt. That was a great way to practice. It gave you a big t-shirt to try on, and you can judge distance that way. When you wanted to play precision and learn more precision, a stuffed animal, don't use a bear, that's just not nice. Well, unless, come on. Now the ones I give you are probably not going to crack as much as this one. But that's probably good because you're just learning. Andre, show them this is, Master Andre's booth is right across the street here. And this is a kangaroo whip which he made. He makes all of the toys there. It's good to buy Canadian. We have some pretty talented whip makers here. That's kangaroo. It's a beautiful leather once it's worked in and conditioned. It's so much nicer than cowhide. This is a very talented man. I went over early and already put one aside. Like, don't sell that one, that's mine. Okay. I have one different one here. I don't think you've seen this one. This is a replica. It's tied to the handle differently. It's a replica of a Roman slaver's whip. Yeah, and the end pieces, the tails at the end, they used to tie bits of metal to them. Harder to swing because it does swivel. It's not attached to the handle or the Turk's knot, so it is much harder to swing, but you can figure eight with this one quite nicely. So, here we go. Give the girl the pretty one. There you go. Here, you're a big strapping lad. You can have the Roman one. This is the cowboy one. And this one's just pretty too. Okay, come on here. So now, if you imagine yourself within train tracks, you don't want to come inside your track. You don't want to cross your arm. You always want to stay outside of your track. So the easiest way to do that is tilt, if you're right-handed like me, or if you're left-handed, yeah, the other way. Tilt just a bit. This will keep your whip. Oh, I lost my cracker. Crap. Bloody hell. Okay, get in the big one. This will keep you outside of your train track. So if you throw your arm in a straight line up at the 90 degrees and then forward, you won't hit anybody. Straight line. Stay in the tracks. You always start with the whip. See, look, they're starting already. They're not even listening. God. You're all going to be kept after class. I hope you know that. You're lucky I didn't bring a paddle. All right. By me. You have... Oh, you have some too? Oh, look, you've got paddles. Oh, you poor thing, you. Okay. Start... That's all right. No one listens to me. I'm too short anyways. Come on. Start with the whip laid out behind you with your hand down. See the hand here? Facing down? Yes. Now, on the count of 3, we're going to throw it all the way behind us and stop at a 90 degree with your wrist back. Like that. Good, good. Okay, good. All right, come on back to the starting position. And now throwing it forward. Before it starts to fall, like this, watch it. And as soon as it's horizontal, throw it forward. Okay, use close. Nice technique. Not bad. You're pulling, you're throwing it. Yeah, when I know, trust me, I called red on myself so many times. I'm not nice to play with, I've realized. I'm kind of mean. All the way back. All the way forward. It seems so simple, but it's really frustrating when you're first learning. 90 degrees, passive wrist. And you don't even need a lot of power, and you can still get the same crack at the end. It's still traveling the same speed. I'm gonna watch so I can see the arms. Nice. Don't let it fall too much behind you. My ass. I know, I am. Okay, let me see. Very nicely done. When you end, keep the hand straight up like this. Next. Beautifully done. Let's see. And you're slowing down the momentum here, and then you're throwing the wrist forward. Same speed, yep. Don't let it drop quite so much behind you, but yes, nice. There you go. Again, you paused a bit. Throw it back with a little more force, and the same forward. But don't drop, it'll hit you. I wasn't just saying that. Okay, let's see. Ooh, okay. You're doing a dangerous throw. You're coming up here. You're not throwing it back behind you all the way. So go all the way back. There you go, much better, but passive wrist. Okay, you did that, and then that, which didn't do a whole lot. It's this curve you want. That's why when it goes horizontal behind you, when you undo your wrist, it gets that curve. See, you don't even need a lot of force. All horizontal, right there. Watch it when it flies behind you. There you go. Here, let me give you this one. Big one. Scary one. I want to move back a bit. Watch out, people. Oh my God. Take old guy going for beers. Bud Light with lime, please. That's what I like. Okay, you gotta throw that one all the way behind you. There you go. Lovely. That was a good start. Okay, all the way behind you. Longer, careful. Yeah. All the way behind you. There! Very nice! See? You're stopping and it's starting to fall. A little more force behind you. You want it horizontal. A little more force. You're watching it and you're stopping. more inertia to go behind you at first. Start with it down here. Start with it down here. Opening position. Yep. All the way back. Forward. Better. 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 Your wrist is still a little bit locked. You want a much more passive wrist. Better. Don't pause here. Go. There you go. Try it again. Go. You let it fall too much. I left marks all over myself when I was trying this, and I learned with that one. I wrapped myself up in it. God. Andre, can you put a cracker on this? Can you put a cracker on the black one? You'll get a snap out of it if you put a cracker on it. Nice, okay. Always start with it behind. See? You got it. When you're aiming at something with your hand, he's throwing his hand down too far, he's hitting the ground, it's popping on the ground. There you go! See? Nicely done. Okay, now you have to let them try the one that cracks too. You have to share. And in a figure 8 position. Yeah, you won't get a crack out of that. Yeah. Point straight. Just like this. There you go. Okay, arm comes up, 90 degrees, and when it's horizontal, then bring it forward. And the wrist is last. Better. You got a bit of a curve there, that's good. What you want is that, just the curve. So when the curve unwinds, by the time it reaches the end, that's when you get the good popping sound. There you go! Yes? Figure 8 is forward. There you go, you got it. Yes. And when you put the flick of the wrist, like I showed you, at the end, you can flick somebody with a pretty good flick out of that thing. For being such a soft swing, you can get a good flick out of that. Yeah. But now you're